Hi there. My name is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher, and I am your guide through these 32 lessons in the first grade technology curriculum. I actually cover all K through 5, so you probably have run into me in those other ones if you teach more than first grade technology. So this week we're on lesson 3 with our first graders, and that's Tools and Toolbars. Really good lesson. It's often forgotten that tools and toolbars carry across all programs. So once students understand what these are, and I could even throw taskbars in at the bottom of the screen, once they understand that this is a lineup of usually icons that will take them somewhere, take them to a function, then it makes a lot of sense whatever they're in, on the internet, on a web-based tool, in software, whatever it is, they generally have tools and toolbars. So great lesson to really take your time and go through with students and have them think about it. So we'll start with vocabulary. Definitely use this vocabulary because they want to get used to it. Tools, toolbars, taskbar even. Menu bar is the other one, which is words rather than icons, but that's not talked about much in this one. I think maybe we do it as an example down here. No, we don't, but we could. There's a menu bar up there. Okay, I digress. Problem solving. So they're getting used to these. Volume monitor, click doesn't work, double click doesn't work. They're getting used to these. Definitely have them try to solve these before you jump in. They should know them. They had them in kindergarten and now they're on their third lesson this year with them. New skills, we'll call tools and toolbars new, although they have been working with them since kindergarten. So they're not really new. But these are all scaffolded. Mouse skills, pre-keyboarding skills, a drawing program, because they'll use that today, short keys, problem solving. The essential question, how do tools and toolbars organize programs? Because that is their purpose, to organize what the student sees so that they can use it more efficiently. Tools and toolbars are similar across many digital tools and use symbols that I can easily understand. Very often the symbol for one thing here, I don't know if we can see them very well, but you see that A, that's very often the same symbol that will be in any program. The paintbrush, I'm in paint with this one. And these are more designed for younger, but you get to older ones and you'll find that they're very often the same across all programs. But these couple are an example of what you'd find, that A always is the same. Okay, so you want to point that out to students to let them know look for these similar type of tools wherever you are. Preparation, parent helpers, really good to have in kindergarten and first grade, at least the first 5 or 10 lessons. Always talk with your grade level team because they might be ready to use a program that you could use as an example for the tools and toolbars. If they're all ready to do something on the human body and you have a great online program for that, then use that rather than the paint program we discussed in this lesson. So students are seeing the tools and toolbar in that program, and then they're actually going to use it in a week. Keep track of which tasks you completed by using your annotation tool and checking them off, and knowing which, if you only need a little more beyond the 45 minutes, definitely ask for extra time so you can get into that. Okay, so class warm-up. Start today with keyboarding. They keyboarded last year. They used pre-keyboarding at this point, but see what they remember about Big Brown Berry or Type to Learn Brown Bear or Type to Learn Junior, whatever they used last year. See if they can open it up and start using it. Don't prod them too much. They were pros at it last year. So just go find the software, same place it was last year, or if you moved it, you can tell them where that is, and then just let them try it out. We're talking 3 to 5 minutes. We're not talking a lot of time. So pretty much if they can get it open and get started, they're doing a really good job. Then you're going to review hardware. You want to review hardware as often as you have time for because you want them to know this. They knew it by the end of last year. You want them to know it this year also. So review it for them. Maybe do an informal pop quiz asking who knows what this is, who knows what this is. If they have, let's see if they have this in there. Well, they have it from another, oh, I'm a week ahead. They have this from a prior week, the hardware. So you could go in and have them start answering questions about what works, what doesn't work, and what is this? It says it right there, but that kind of gives it away. So what does happen? Let's do a quiz on what problems these are. If they don't have the student workbook, then that's okay. If they do have it, have them not look because it's got the answers right there. Not always, but very often. And do a pop quiz on what to do about those problems. You want them independent with these very quickly. So let's see. And then now you're going to go back to the keyboarding program they tried during the warm-up, and you're going to do a little keyboarding just to see what their posture is. Remind them of how they sit at the computer every time they sit at the computer. Then go over some of the short keys. These, they might not have all gotten to them all last year, but they will this year. So just remind them of what they are. Maybe do a pop quiz on this one too, see who remembers what. And then this is where you could open a drawing program. What you want to do is have them think about tools and toolbars in their drawing program. And or if you are using a specific program for a project, that would be a good one to do too. But check it first and see if its tools and toolbars are representative. So open up your Paint, ABC of Paint, or Kid Picks, or Tux Paint, whatever you use, and have them observe, tell you what the tools are, where the toolbars are, just discuss that with them and go through a couple of them at least so they can start to see these similarities between them. So, and then bring up the taskbar at the bottom. Now that is different, but it's also the same, because if you click one of these icons down here that's open on the taskbar, it opens the program. The difference though is these change constantly. They're only there if the program, the task has been pinned to the taskbar, or if it's open and working. Probably if you hover over it, it's going to show you what tool that is. So they'll have a tool tip per se, very different from the tool tips on the taskbars. Okay, so I think that's about it. So your exit ticket, you want them to tell you what tool, one of these tools they found here, and what it's used for. What's that ABC? What's that dog? What's that eraser looking thing? What's this multicolored paintbrush? They have to tell you what it's used for, and they can't tell you something they heard the guy in front of them say. And that's really, well, let's look at the student. Let's see if there's anything. The student workbook does give you links to several programs. So options here, these are some pretty good ones. Sumo Paint is an online tool. KidPix Deluxe is online, and ScreenShop. And then you have, these are the same. So, and then these will link right up to their letter programs. So if they get done early and you have time, let them go and review whatever letter you're talking about in first grade, if you're doing that. Otherwise, just all the letters, to review them all for the grade level team. Take their notes here. Remind them, take your notes. You can do it with the annotation tool. It's over fill and sign, and then just take your notes down here, whatever they'd like to add there. Okay, guys, that is it. So come see me, ask questions on our discussion board on the Companion Wiki, or come visit me during office hours on Sundays and ask any questions you might have. Have a great week.